Well, it's not just you. We do this every day, huh? So good morning. So yesterday, Bill spoke of informed consent for meditation and made a provisional list of some of the safeguards in reflective meditation. And they're really safeguards from what is now being called meditation sickness in some circles. So on Sunday, Linda and I spoke of the workshop we attended by the scholar Piers Salguero on this topic, the topic of meditation sickness. He's researched a lot, as scholars do, and his research shows that there's nothing new about meditation sickness. It's written in the early suttas and throughout different traditions, different Buddhist traditions in Asia. He also pointed out that mainstream media has really taken up the topic, perhaps to the extreme. And of course, this is what media does. It sells media. But he compared it to Buddhists who are actually minimizing or completely discounting that there's meditation sickness. And pointed to a middle ground. Yes, meditation sickness is not that common. However, it's an issue for some people. So Salguero ended his talk by saying that meditation is a psychoactive interventions. And like all psychoactive experiences, it has risks. So, as we do, I looked up psychoactive in the dictionary, and the definition I saw was drug or other substance that affects how the brain works and causes changes in mood, awareness, thoughts, feelings, or behavior. Now, of course, meditation is not a drug, but it does affect, I believe, how the brain works. And it does, I believe, potentially cause changes in mood and hopefully awareness, thoughts, feelings, and hopefully behavior. So I had oral surgery last week. So right before you go in for the surgery, you have to sign this 4-page document of everything that can go wrong. Now, I only skim it because surgery makes me anxious enough without dwelling on all the possible but rare things that could go wrong. I don't know why they don't have you sign it at the pre-op, but maybe if you did, you'd cancel your surgery appointment or be much more anxious for the weeks leading up to surgery. So, if we were to make a list of things that could go wrong in meditation, I don't think it would be 4 pages long, but there are things that can go wrong. Early in my meditation retreat time, back in the 1970s, 80s, 1980s mostly, I heard of people, I wasn't at a retreat, but I heard of people becoming psychotic and being sent off in an ambulance. So that wasn't uncommon. It wasn't common, but it happened. So, but maybe if a bunch of us long-term meditators, we all gathered together and we talked about all the ways that meditation had negatively impacted us, perhaps we'd get a 4-page list. I don't know. But here we are, at least the ones who are here. And I certainly include myself fully in this category. The benefits have far outweighed anything that went wrong, though I'd add a few things to the list. And there are some people I know who no longer meditate because the side effects were not good for them. And I'm glad they made this discernment. So, as I was thinking about informed consent and the whole topic thereof, I thought, I have one. I have an informed consent form that I use give to new psychotherapy clients, and they have to sign it. Now, I hadn't looked at this document for a long time since I've not had a new client in a long time. I'm slowly winding down my psychotherapy practice. But here is how I wrote it. Here's how it reads. Psychotherapy has both benefits and risks. It requires an investment of your time and energy. You are responsible for providing necessary information to facilitate effective treatment, and to play an active role in your therapy. Your progress often depends much more on what you do between sessions than what happens in the session. Occasionally, individuals may go through periods in therapy where they experience emotional discomfort, changes in their relationships, and temporary worsening of their symptoms. This should subside as the work progresses. I encourage you to discuss any discomfort, concerns, or questions regarding your therapy and my approach at any time. I honor your willingness to do this work with me. And then in this form, I go on to spell out expectations for both myself and this new client regarding appointments and finances. I might update this informed consent if I was seeing new clients, but it strikes me as pretty good, and it strikes me as a middle path. By that, I mean the middle path between what I signed before oral surgery and the other extreme of discounting that there are risks inherent in psychotherapy, as there are in meditation. I'd like to see us, in fact, I'm going to encourage the process of working towards informed consent in reflective meditation. I don't imagine that as something that people would need to sign before they meditated. No, but maybe something that's posted on the website. Maybe that we would change the words a little bit. That, along with the safeguards that we believe we have in place in reflective meditation. That's what really struck me when I went to the workshop with Pierce Salguero, how much of what the advice that was given throughout really the millennial about meditation sickness, how much of those suggestions are part of reflective meditation. Though nothing that is potentially life-changing is completely safe, nothing that is psychoactive is without risks. And I certainly, if I was to write something like this, and I just thought of it this morning, so I don't know how that might go, but I would certainly repeat these words, repeat and sort of edit, change them around, but repeat these words from the informed consent, that we would encourage you to discuss any discomfort, concerns, or questions regarding your meditation experience and our approach at any time. And that is really important. And also, I'd add, I honor your willingness to meditate with us. So I actually really look forward to taking a closer look at this topic and looking at what we want to do about, within reflective meditation regarding something like informed consent, and certainly, working on what safeguards, being clear about what safeguards we have in place. So thank you, Bill, for getting this process started and hopefully going. So on that note, I am going to end the talk,